I'm back. I'm back talking about courting and dating. I'm home today so I can fire these videos off, okay? And so I did a video this morning talking about is dating biblical, number one. And number two, I did another video talking about courting is not dating, dating is not courting, and the difference between the two. And I shared from my community tab of this young lady saying she does not advocate for courting, for dating. She advocates for courting. And I commented, I do not advocate for dating, courting only. And so my comment was to her, wow, just had this discussion this morning. I think this is why there's so much divorce in the church. People court and not date. How do you court before you date? I also think most Christians do not understand the true meaning of dating, thus not understanding the difference between dating and courting, thus talking down on dating and courting, encourage people to court. But how do you court a person you do not date? And so someone responded, and she said, ma'am, I think you may need to do some research into the process of courting and the research into how successful courting versus dating is. You may find some exceptions, but exceptions aren't the rule. And so my comment is, you just proved my point. The church does not understand dating and courting. Sorry. They don't understand. See, they're thinking you do either or. The church thinks you can only date or court. They don't understand that it's a process. Dating, courting, engaged, marriage. Okay? Now, are there some people who courted only and got married? Yes. Be sure to subscribe and thumbs this up. So what you got to say about that, Janice? What I have to say about people who only courted and not date, which is why there's so much divorce in the church, is because no matter what comes, they're going to have to accept it because you believe this is the person for me. So getting to know the person in the courting stage, you've already accepted no matter what comes. It's like on Married at First Sight, right? They get married. No matter what you learn about that person, you've already accepted it. If he don't work, you'll accept it. If he don't work enough, you've accepted. If he can't provide, you've accepted. If he's abusive, you've accepted. If he's a newborn babe in Christ, you've accepted. If he got 55 kids out in the world, you've accepted. If he doesn't want to help you in the home, you've accepted. Just like that video somebody sent me about this woman. She's a stay-at-home wife. Her husband, where she said her husband does absolutely nothing with the kids. So they didn't date, they courted, they met and they got married. So she accepts that he will not help her with the kids. I understand a husband not washing, cooking, and not the cooking or cleaning, right? I understand that. My husband loves to cook. He just came down and made us some more breakfast. I understand not washing, okay? We have laundry service, and then my husband business clothes goes to the cleaners, and cleaning, we have a cleaning service, right? See, if you in courting, when my husband walked in this house, he looked around and he said, this is a big house. I'm going to get somebody to help you to clean. So if we courted and he just said, well, you're going to have to clean this house, wash, cook, clean, and take care of this house, I've already accepted that's what he thinks. But during my dating, I learned that my husband loves to cook. He doesn't mind cooking, and he's okay with getting me help to help me with the home. I learned that my dad told him, Janice has a calling on her life, so you need to make space. You need to give her space to work on her calling. So because my dad told him that, He understood that I need help to take care of this home and I need time to write. Just like this morning, he said, I'll get the baby dressed and I'll drop him off and you can go work on your book or record. He's not feeling well. So he just came back from a business trip, got a cold. So I told him, no, it's okay. I'll get up. I'm going to be up anyways. I'll dress the baby and I'll drop him off to school and come home. Okay. And so he was still sleeping when I came home. He had made some more breakfast. So in the dating stage, you learn all these things and you decide, is this what I want a part of my life? So that girl that got that just court, no matter what the man thinks, you've already accepted it. See, in the dating stage, you don't have to accept it. You walk away if you don't like what he's saying. I could never marry a man who does not think it is his responsibility to help with the children. I understand washing, I understand cleaning, but you will help with these children and you will cook a meal. You will give him a bath, dress him, read bedtime stories. You will do homework and do tutoring, and you will learn to cook. If my husband could not cook, I would not have married a man that couldn't cook anyways. But if he didn't, I would have to teach him how to cook. Because ladies, guess what? We don't know if you're going to be here. So the same way your husband is making sure, your husband is supposed to make sure if he's not here, you're taking care of financially. It is the same way you are supposed to make sure if something happened to you, your husband can survive with the kids and the home. My husband already know. If anything happens to me, God, I pray to God I live a long, blessed, happy life. But if I don't wake up one morning, he knows, my husband knows he needs to call Dee and he needs to call Marge, and they're going to get somebody in here to help with Lexi because my husband cannot help with Lexi day-to-day care. Remember the guy that wanted me to get a breast implant? See, you've already accepted in the courting stage. If you just meet somebody, right, and you're just courting them, you've accepted everything about them. So no matter what they say, what comes or goes, you've already accepted it. So are there people that only court got married? Yeah, but they're miserable as hell. And that's why there's so much divorce, because you learn things about him when you're married that you don't like. And then you run to go get a divorce. But baby, I'm trying to keep you from getting a divorce. And what I'm telling you is you need to date. You need to gather the data. See what he's offering. Look at the contract. See if you like what he's offering and then decide, yes, this is it. So that's the difference. Oh, there are people who courted and not dated and they're miserable. They just meet John, meet Jane, we're going to get married. No matter what you learn, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And that's what courting is. The courting is no matter what I learn, no matter what comes, no matter what may, you've already accepted him for who he is. That's it. See, when you date, you make a decision if you like what he's saying or if you don't like what he's saying, or you like what he's offering or you don't like what that woman that's been married 3 times. Okay, I always overlook the first marriage, especially if you got married young. But the second one, man in the church, God said you're supposed to be my wife. They got married. That marriage didn't last about 4 or 5 years. He was abusive. Then she got a divorce and somebody else like her, she went ahead and got married. He was abusive. I don't even know. He had her to stop talking to me. I was her only friend. He had her to stop working because he was scared. She was at the job talking to somebody. First of all, they're struggling. He living in his mama house because he can't afford an apartment by himself. And he had her to stop working. She was working at the hospital. He had her to stop working. He had her to stop talking to me. I was a married woman. I got married, right? We had lost contact because he just didn't like me. I was single. I got married. We reconnected. We talked. She drove over here to come see me. I'm right across town. I'm like, Ev, I'm right across. Because I'm all about teaching you. You need to learn how to survive. I said, Ev, you come down South Orange Avenue, right? You come out of your street. You come make a right on South Orange Avenue. You take South Orange Avenue all the way down to Clifton Avenue. You take Clifton Avenue all the way across, and then I'm right there. You can't make a mistake. She said, Janice, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I was so proud of her. I was so proud. After that, he was like, you can't talk to her no more. She submitted to her husband. I haven't spoken to her. I don't even know if she's dead or alive. I called ex-bishop. I said, Bishop, have you heard from so-and-so? Do you know if she's, I don't know. I don't know if she's dead or alive. She didn't date. And Christian women, you believe Jesus Christ, girls. These men come up to you and say, God say you my wife, and you believe them. You believe them. You don't. Child, no, I'm thinking about Ed. Let me text Bishop and see if he found out about. I don't drove down the street. I forgot what house the mama lived. The next time I'm gonna go by the church one Sunday. I went by the church a Sunday. I don't even know if she's dead or alive. But these are the stories in the church. Now she's one woman and divorced twice, and I don't even know if she's still with this man. But that's what courting will do for you. You believe he's perfect. You don't need to judge him. Which is why there's so much divorce in the church. I guarantee you, I could cut the divorce rate in 50% if people date the way I say date. If people listen to me, like if I really had a huge platform and this word is getting out, I could cut divorce in 50%. I love you, girl. I got to go. Let me text the bishop, see if he heard from Ev, child, because I don't know the woman. And it just bothers me. It just really bugs me. Some women who are like very passive. She's one of them, real passive. Okay, and then we're both from Jamaica. She's old enough to be my mama. She used to watch Lil when she was with her other husband. She would watch Lexi for me when I was going to school or whatever. She would come over to my house. When she was moving out from the whole husband, I told her, I said, I'm not going to help move you out of your husband's house, girl. But I'm down the street and my trunk is open. If you happen to walk on down the street and put some of your stuff in my trunk, I'll drive you wherever you want to go. Okay. I love you. I'll talk to you all later. Let me know if you understand what I'm saying. Let me know. I want to know. Do you understand? Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.